game, and what can you tell us tonight?
Well, basically, North Iredell is a 9-2 football team, which means they're a very good football team. They play good defense. They got some great, outstanding offensive players in their tailback and their fullback. And the quarterback's extremely quick. He can present a running problem for us, and we're not taking them lightly. We feel like they're a good football team, and they're a good first-round pick for us to have. Find out what type of team we are tonight.
I know you've watched films. I know you guys have talked about this team. Who do they compare to? Is anybody we've seen all year that you might compare them to?
I think they're a lot like Staple size-wise. They've got the good running back again in number 25, and I'd basically compare them to Statesville more so than anybody. I think they match up pretty good with Statesville.
You mentioned running back. I think he's scored about 21 or even more touchdowns this year, over 1,400 yards. He's got to be a good athlete. What about your passing game? Is that a concern?
Well, we've seen them throw passes. They throw very short passes. They're not real downfield. They throw a lot of slants and a lot of hitches and things like that. They're very short passes. So, it'd be a surprise if they go deep on us tonight. Real well.
Well, it's probably the first Friday night in a long time. Let's go back 6 or 7 weeks that we hadn't been rained on. A dry field tonight, good conditions. Maybe Nick Maddox will break loose. Is it in your favor?
We feel like we're ready to play on the dry field anyway. We don't know if it's in our favor or not, but we're ready to play on the dry field. I think all the coaches are just now getting dried out from last week, and we're looking forward to playing on the good conditions tonight. Good, cool night.
And talking about whether it's in your favor or not. Play on your home yard tonight. That's got to be an advantage on your behalf.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you play here at Kannapolis with the fans that we have, the way they support us, and the cheers and stuff like that, it's definitely an advantage to play at home. It really is.
Well, we wish you well. Thank you for talking to us, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, back to you.
Well, that's the word from the coaches and assistant coaches prior to tonight's contest. We'll be back to meet the participants when our Metro 12 coverage continues after this. In the middle of the big K in the center of the field, and we'll go field side right now.
Captain Jones and Captain Blackwell. Captain Jones, Captain Blackwell, I want you to meet Captain Lott. And guys, y'all leave yourselves across. Guys, I'm Mr. Don Kitts. I'll be your referee. Mr. Tim Godwin will be your line judge. Mr. Wayne Moser will be your back judge. Mr. Matt Council will be your umpire. Mr. Neil Bowie will be your linesman. Up in the press box on the clock, we will have Charlie Council is running the clock for tonight's game. Guys, we're going to call the visitors white, call the home team green. Guys, if you see goal on the ground, you know we've got a penalty. Listen up, I'll call white captain, green captain. Come to me as soon as you can, guys. I will give you your options. Make sure you understand those options that I present to you before you make your decision. If you do not understand what I am telling you, say, Mr. Kitts or something, I don't understand what you're saying. And I will try and break it down further for you. Once you accept or decline the penalty or choose that option which you've chosen, that's what we're going to live with. Coach Love and Coach Harden will have to live with that the rest of the night, guys. Do I have any questions there? White captain, which one's going to call it? Captain Jones or Captain Blackwell? I've got a silver dollar which has an eagle on the tail side, a head on the head side. When I toss it in the air, call it loud enough so Mr. Council can hear you. And your heads is a call, heads is a fall. You have one to toss. You want to defer to the second half, receive, or kick in the fin. You're going to defer. Okay, guys, I'm going to hit him on the shoulder, and I'm going to motion up to the press box, decline. That gives you your other options. You want the ball, right? You'll be picking what goal you want to defend. Okay, you're going to defend that goal, so you're going to kick back this way. Turn with your back over there. Wait just a minute, guys. Turn with your back as soon as I dismiss you over there. You turn with your back this way, facing him over there. Guys, you will be receiving the second half. Lot, before you go into halftime, I need you to come to me and say, Mr. Kitts or referee, we're going to defend this goal. I need to know before you go in at halftime so I can tell Captain Jones and them which goal they'll be receiving at. Okay? Don't forget me. I'll come get you. Guys, at this time, would you turn with white over there, green over here?
Okay, we are ready. We have time to take some TV TV commercials there. Let's
Okay.
get the starting offensive and defensive lineups, Woody.
Okay, Kerry Stevenson, the quarterback there, of course, J.R. Davidson, Stroud, McHenry. The big man to watch there, of course, we talked about him in the open, Carl Jones, 1,400 yards, 21 touchdowns on the season. Love, Shoe, Cass, Copeland, Jones, and Daniels for the Raiders. As we flip it over to their defense, Watson, Gaither, Feimster, James, Blackwell, Campbell, Myers, Love, McDowell, Jones, and Jordan. Then for the Wonders, a familiar lineup. Sean Allen, the quarterback, Jeff Sheets, Kendall Haney, DeMarcus Kennedy, Joey Teal, T.R. Butler, Jolly, Reeder, Johnson, Washington, and Rivers along the line. Then for the Wonders, when they have the ball, or rather the Wonders on defense, Rivers, Teal, Early, Butler, Williams, Brown, Sheets, Redis, Tyndall, Seckler, and A.J. Lott.
And James Williams is 93 instead of 97. Of course, you get up to the 90s, you know they're all big.
Yeah, that's right.
There you see number 20, Nick Maddox, the freshman. He's one of the deep backs along with A.J. Lott. Ready to receive the Raider kickoff to get the 1995 playoffs underway. Justin Overman, the 6-foot senior, will be doing the place kicking here.
He's still getting some instructions down there, Randy.
I tell you, that was about as thorough instructions from referee Don Gibbs as you.
Yeah.
I mean, it was we could run a rule book
And you
here.
heard the warning he gave him. The last thing he said is, "Don't forget me or I'll come get you."
Man, oh man. Fans on their feet, we're ready to get it underway here. Pretty good crowd on hand from the North Iredell side. Kannapolis with their usual good attendance here for the home game. It will go to Lott, signaling at about the 12. Looking for a seam, and it's a pretty good seam, and we'll get great field position out across the 40-yard line. Tackled on the play, Andre James on the coverage for the Raiders, and Hall James as well. So Kannapolis with excellent starting position for the offense.
And last week, Randy, the game was won by field position. It was a war of who had the best field position at the end of the game, and Kannapolis starting off with it here now.
I tell you, the center and the quarterback, Sean Allen, are kind of wondering, no towels to wipe our hands with after each play. I mean, you know.
Yeah, well, you can read Sean Allen's number this week.
Yeah.
Coach Harden told us we had to use soap on the uniforms after that Concord game.
Maybe a little eye as well.
Yeah. They just had to buy new ones, I guess, after that. They were destroyed.
Out of the eye, they'll send a lot in motion on first down. 41-yard line toss will go to Haney. Trying to get outside. He's popped at the line of scrimmage. 22 over there. That was Shannon Feimster. Got him from the backside.
And that's what Coach Love told Steve Gann in the pregame interview. They swarmed to the ball, and we saw evidence of it on the first play, a 1-yard loss for Kannapolis.
Haney has checked out, and Nick Maddox, the freshman, will check in at the tailback position. He wears number 20.
And Nick Maddox now, Randy, talking about him, number 20, he's already 6 feet tall, about 175 pounds, and only a freshman.
A lot comes in motion on second down and 10. It'll be Maddox looking, trying to get outside, gets a pretty good block there, and speed will get him about 3 or 4 yards before he's wrestled out of bounds in front of the Wonder bench. Chris Myers over there defensively for North Iredell.
And Nick strung that out about as well as he could, but again, good pursuit by the Raider defense. They were able to keep him from turning the corner.
Coach Harden will rotate about 5 or 6 backs in, and I see Quintaris Brown and Haney back in.
And Quintaris Brown, Randy, has had a fine season. I mean, that kid has been there every time the Wonders needed a big play, especially on defense. He's been the man.
Man in the slot, receivers to both sides, out of the eye on 3rd and 7, 44-yard line. Fullback with a call. Brown has got the first down and then some as he penetrates inside Raider territory to the 46-yard line. Feimster once again on the tackle where Brown would have more.
And Quintaris Brown, Randy, he's Mr. Big Play so far for the Wonders every time, and he shows it again right there. He's going to come right out, as you mentioned, running the fresh legs in there. Maddox back in.
Kind of like that song, Betty Wright, Mr. Big Stuff.
Yeah.
Who you think you are? Right?
Well, he's the man right now. He's
Maybe surprised him with that fullback call, too.
Yeah, and here he comes back in again. We thought he had gone out, but they ran him right back in.
3 wide receivers at the time on first down. Tailback Maddox hit at the line of scrimmage, and they finally will blow the whistle. I think they took care of Nick that time. Chris Myers initially there for North Iredell. Looking pretty tough up the middle right now.
Yeah, well, Kannapolis tried the first 2 plays to get to the outside a little bit. Then they went up the middle twice in a row. Second time around, the Raiders were ready, so now Kannapolis will have to try and find a little bit of a different tack here.
Well, we played 2.5 minutes opening period. Wonders showing 2nd and 11 this time at the Raider 46-yard line. Allen with a play fake, pops it, tipped, almost intercepted. It was Chris Myers that got his hands on the football, and that will bring up 3rd down and long now. That's something that if you're a coach, any coach, you don't want to put your offense in that position.
And you get a good look there at Sean Allen, the quarterback. Coach Harden gave him all kinds of credit last week to the Concord game. He said down the stretch, he made all those audibles at the line of scrimmage that kept the ball. As you look at Coach Charles Love there for North Iredell, Sean Allen, a gamer.
Coates and Jeremy Cook are the wideouts. A lot will go in motion, and Maddox is in the slot. Here's the pitch. It will go to Haney. They hold the block, and Haney's got some room. Brought down just shy of the 1st down. But the guy on the outside, maybe we'll get a chance to watch it again. Andre James with the tackle, but he really sealed that end there and gave him a hole to go through. That may have been 16, I think, Jeremy Cook.
Take a look at it again. He'll go to the outside. Nice pitch here.
Look at him hold the block right here.
Right there. It looked like that was Cook, number 16, holding the block.
4th down and less than a yard. Why not? Just outside the 35-yard line. Power I formation, and they'll have the 1st down as Allen got a little surplus that time, down to the 32-yard line. How many 4th down conversions did Kannapolis do last week in the game when it meant a lot?
Boy, I don't know, but last week was a game of inches, and Kannapolis won that war. So far, they're doing it here again.
They went to that jumbo heavy offensive set that time. A guy like 78 there, T.R. Butler. Now he qualifies as a jumbo heavy.
Yeah, T.R. Butler comes in at 6 feet, 226 pounds.
Rivers is the tight end. He'll line up on the left side, tailback. This will be Tron Brown. Brought down after about 2, maybe 3 that time. Derek Blackwell on the tackle for the Raiders of North Iredell.
Blackwell, the captain, one of the captains for this North Iredell team, and there's Sean Allen getting the instruction from Coach Harden. He's going to send Jeremy Cook back in with the play.
Boy, this team looks so quick tonight in this first series, but then again, considering what they had to play in last week, we got
this North Iredell team, and there's Sean Allen getting the instruction from Coach Harden. He's going to send Jeremy Cook back in with the play.
Boy, this team looks so quick tonight in this first series, but then again, considering what they had to play in last week, we got asphalt.
Yeah.
Dirt tonight.
Well, we talked a little bit about the size. You and I did coming over here tonight, and these teams fairly comparable in size, and Kannapolis might have a little bit of a size advantage.
Toss. Maddox cuts it up the middle, puts the shoulder down, and will go inside down to the 29-yard line.
Well, you had several of them in on that play. Looked like Andre James was there, Chris Myers was there.
They really glided the football. There you see the vital numbers. We played almost 5 minutes here. Opening drive of the game. And Kannapolis took over at their own 41-yard line. It has not been easy moving at those 31 yards so far.
Key 3rd down play here.
A little bit out of range of field goal territory. So you need to convert. Oh, they're going to crossbuck action this time, and they've got the 1st down, and Haney, the guy got him by the ankle, and that's an understatement. Michael Wasson saved him from maybe getting 6 points that time.
Boy, what a great play call by the Kannapolis coaches. The pitch, faked him to the right side, come back to the other side that time, and found some room as he cut it up.
I'm sure North Iredell will seen that play because that's the one that Statesville made a living on against Kannapolis down here early in the year.
And now the Wonders are in field goal range.
1st down and 10 for Kannapolis by the 18-yard line. Allen with the sneak, he saw something, he'll score, untouched.
I wonder, Randy, if he saw that at the line of scrimmage and checked off because he had a huge hole right up the middle. Sean Allen doing the job.
Way audible all last week, and there was nobody home.
Take a look at it again. You'll see Allen at the line of scrimmage. Nobody home in the middle, and Allen recognizes it up the gut. Nobody touches it.
There was nobody there for the center to block. He had to go hit somebody.
Yeah.
11 plays and 59 yards. It took him 5 minutes and 18 seconds. Out of the hold of Isaac Tyndall, Kristen Plessy for the extra point. It's up, and it is through the heart. Timeout on the field, 6:42 to go. Opening period, Wonder kickoff is next. Metro 12 crew talking about being prepared for an opening playoff game. I believe Coach Harden had his offense ready to roll when they hit the field, and they looked impressive in that opening drive.
Well, picked up a couple of key third down conversions, a key fourth down conversion to keep that drive going.
As Sheets kicks it fairly deep. And it's loose. And that can be hectic down there. Sheets, the guy who kicked it off, down there on the stop.
Who does he think he is? You kick the ball and make the tackle?
He's another Mr. Big Strut.
Oh, look at there.
Oh, they got the tiki torches lit tonight. That's a heat source tonight.
I think all the mosquitoes have frozen to death by now. What are they doing?
They're trying to keep their hands warm. What are you talking about? The wind chill factor is a little bit more up there in that part of, it's high altitude over there, Woody.
Yeah, Kerry Stevenson here, the quarterback, number 5. 5 feet 7, 150 pounds, Randy.
Out of the I formation, it will be fullback getting the call, and that is Cam McHenry, and he'll be stopped at about the 34-yard line. Wonder if Pursuit catching up, leading the way over there. You had A.J. Lott and DeMarcus Kennedy, who has come on. There is Sean Atlett, who scored the touchdown just a minute ago.
And he's telling him, I just ran up the middle. Nobody touched me.
I mean, didn't even get his jersey dirty. After last week, that's enough to last you for a year. They had 6 inches of mud on that sucker.
That was ridiculous.
Second down. The line to make will be the 38-yard line.
Watch for Jones.
Oh. And it will be Jones. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Carries one tackler a couple of yards. That was Mr. Williams. And Lee Early teaming up to make the tackle. James got him first, but I tell you, that you can see a little strength right there in Carl Jones. 5'7", 170 pounds.
Yeah, and Coach Love told Steve in the pregame interview there, he's a 3,000-yard rusher over the past 2 seasons. So it's not like he's had a fluke this year and come out and suddenly found himself. He did it last year, too. He's only a junior, so he'll be a good one next year as well.
Stevenson brings him out. They'll work it out of the power eye formation this time. Third down and a long one. Toss will go to Jones, looking for the block. And see him, and he's got 1 man to beat. He's got the angle down the sidelines. Can they catch him? No way.
Wow.
What a nice job of blocking on the offensive line. And Jones, as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, there was nobody there.
Yeah, once he made the hole, once he found the hole, saw the seam, Randy, he turned on the afterburners and was through that hole in the blink of the eye. Watch him here. You'll see him go down the line of scrimmage. Watch him. There's the hole. He goes right here, and it's over right at that point.
66 yards on the scamper. And that'll be touchdown number 22, I believe, on the year for Carl Jones. So he's made his presence felt early in this game. Now Justin Overman will try to tie it out of the hold of Mike Stroud. The kick is up, and this game is tied. 5 minutes, 13 seconds to go. It only took the Raiders 3 plays to go 73 yards. Before it's over with.
Yeah, we may see big play after big play tonight on the offensive end. And Kannapolis, a nice, long, time-consuming drive, and then in the blink of an eye, North Iredell right back, and there's the out-of-bounds penalty flag.
And do you take it upfield, or you make them penalize it, kick it over? Bruce Harden is giving those instructions right now.
The official's telling him where it'll be, the spot, and he's making his decision. Bruce gone to the gloves there. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's the gloves. It's a glove, Brucey. It's the glove.
Yep. Oh, he's going to want him to kick it again, looks like.
Well, he says I can take it at the 35, or I can have Maddox or Lott take it all the way.
Yeah, and now with this, Maddox and Lott are probably going to be somewhere around their own 15-yard line. There you see Jeff Sheets talking with A.J. Lott.
He says, if I get it, I'm going to ladder it back to you. You ladder it to Nick. Nick, you ladder it back to me, and we'll just ladder it all the way down the field.
Just cut on up and go for the TD. Yeah. They were drawing a play in the dirt right there before that.
We'll do the old California Stanford play.
Oh,
all we need is the band on the field.
Yeah. Well, let's hope we don't see any shenanigans like that.
It would certainly catch the Raiders by surprise, along with about 7,000 to 8,000 people. Overman set to try again. Getting a workout here. He kicked off the start of the game. He's got an extra point. Now he's got the leg warm. Let's put it that way. This one high, not particularly deep, and it will be hot at the 10-yard line. He'll pick it up. And he may go. Look out. 1 man to beat. He cuts it inside, shakes that tackle, and will. Wow.
He almost broke that thing, Randy, making the tackle there. Looked like number 43, Shane Bruce.
How many times did you see him fumble the ball or bump it a little bit? And it looks like the defense just relaxes.
Take a look again here. You'll see AJ fumble the ball, and the defense kind of thinks, well, now we've got it. And then he breaks to the outside here, picks up a couple of good blocks, and right there is where he made the play. Right here, he's got one man to beat, and he slowed him down just enough to where the pursuit could catch him.
It was the kicker, Overman, who saved a touchdown. At the 43-yard line of North Iredell, first play, here goes Tron Brown to about the 40 and beats a pretty good wall that time, led by Brandon Jones, 75. Brandon's pushing. That's the big line when they do that. When you get up off the running back, you just kind of
crunch him a little bit. That's one of those lineman plays. They like to do that.
Take your time. Last week, though, we were worried about guys drowning.
Yeah, when they got down in the mud last week, and the referees are going, okay, get off of him. We don't want to have to do CPR out here.
Call 911.
And give him some of those breathing tubes like the scuba divers use a snorkel.
2nd down and 7 at the 40-yard line. It'll be a fake to the fullback. Allen coming down the line, and he'll keep it. Chris Myers read it pretty well. Stopped him for about a 2-yard gain that time. You start stringing it, the longer you go toward the sidelines, the better chance defensively you have of making a good play.
Yeah, Sean had an option out there to pitch the ball, decided to keep it himself, picks up a couple, but now Kannapolis going to be in another 3rd down situation.
Special teams, we saw it, always rises to the surface, and Kannapolis almost untied this game in about 10 seconds a few minutes ago. Key play here on 3rd down. They need the 33-yard line for the first. Toss short side, Maddox cuts it in, he'll have some daylight, and spins out of a tackle, fumbles the football, but I think he got it back. Andre James, lucky to hang on to Nick Maddox that time.
Yeah, Nick almost got away from him. He pulled him down by the ankle right there. Nick almost shook him off and was able to take that thing all the way, but a good cut back up the field, and I think he picked up the first down. Let's see, they're going to measure, I believe.
I tell you one thing, the peripheral vision of the freshman Maddox is just outstanding. That's something you can't teach. It's just instinct.
He's just a natural talent, and by the time he's a senior, I hate to think how good that kid's going to be.
Makes any offensive lineman look good, doesn't he?
Yeah, here comes the measurement. Okay, it's your turn to make the prediction.
I believe that's it. I think they're going to have it by about 2 inches.
Ronnie Moon says short by about half a foot.
He's over here. Okay, no. That's Ronnie's pick. He's 1,000% this year.
Okay, he was saying they were going to make it by that far. But Nick Maddox, he lined up in the receiver slot that time, Randy, went in motion into the backfield as the ball was snapped, got the pitch, found the seam, and he's got the speed and the moves to make it happen.
I believe we might see Allen up the middle again because, shoot, they haven't stopped showing all night on that play. 4th down and a foot.
And now you know North Iredell is saying, watch number 6.
Well, they got a power I formation, so it could go to anybody. They're up tight, and Allen will get the first down.
Yeah, and a couple of his teammates came up there and helped push him through.
Oh, yeah. Credit 51, Michael Jolly, with an excellent job there on the offensive line. Reader as well. They're pushing out some pretty good guys. You look at McDowell, James McDowell, 73. He's 240 pounds, so not an easy job.
Yeah, you had James Williams out there, too, leading the way on that thing.
That was the jumbo offensive front there.
No doubt about it. He's a big kid.
Inside 3 minutes to go, opening period. Score tied at 7. Allen will give it to Maddox. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. No place to go that time. Good defense. James McDowell. He is the guy that they stuck back on the last play, but he comes back and gets a little revenge is the word.
Yeah, well, Kannapolis, Randy, so far, packing away, moving down the field, getting the big play when they need to have it, 2, 3, 4 yards at a clip, and the occasional big play to keep the drives alive. They're just searching them out right now, trying to find out what's going to be effective, what's not going to be effective, and they're keeping the drive alive, eating up the clock.
Let's see if they go to the air. Allen pitches at the last minute. Maddox squeezes through and almost got away from it. Man, guy there. He got back to the line of scrimmage and got a couple of yards to spare, but kind of a dangerous pitch there.
I hope we can take a look at that again. The question number 1 is how did Allen get the ball away, and then how did Maddox get away from about, 8 guys over there? Take a look again. You'll see Allen come out. He's hit. Still pitches after that. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys finally bring Maddox down.
Wonders if converted on 3rd and 4th down.
There was Ricky Holt. He wasn't in the Nook of the North this week.
I think he's got his... That's a Hawaiian outfit on tonight, isn't it?
He's probably got his long handles on underneath there.
We've got a timeout on the field called by who? Called by North Iredell. 1 minute, 43 seconds left in the opening chapter here at Memorial Stadium. Score tied at 7. See the Ale Brown Wonders of Kannapolis at the North Iredell 30-yard line as we return, and we haven't seen the ball here much from Sean Allen, but this might be the play to do it.
Well, we've seen him be very effective with his passing when he has to be.
Well, they might do it. One setback, that's Haney. Here comes Allen. Plenty of time this time. Throws it upfield, and I think somebody zigged when they should have zagged. He had Maurice Coates and A.J. Lott over there in the vicinity of the football, and Lott may have not run. Well, you just don't know.
Yeah, now, does Plissy have this much leg?
Well, Tyndall was coming in. He's the holder, and, well, he's also the punter, too.
Okay.
So, Isaac convert, well, the quarterback last year, he can throw the football, too.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that now, though. From here, it would be, what, about a 47-yard field goal?
Well, they're going to talk it over.
And Chris is down there saying, I can make it, coach. I can kick it that far.
Yeah, well, they may just be the old fake punt. We've got a timeout on the field. 1:38 left in the first period. Fowler fans and
trying to stay warm.
Boy, they got the heavy gloves on there. There's Kristen Plissy, I guess last week's hero at Concord. Big field goal.
And you see him, he's telling me, I could kick it this far. Really, I could.
Tyndall is out, Woody. Allen is back in. The offense is back on. I guess the coaches thought about it. They said, heck, we're in no man's land. Let's go for it. If we don't make it, it's at the 30-yard line, so just about as good as a punt.
Yeah, now Steve Gant says, watch for him to try and draw him off sides here.
Well, auto clock showing 15 seconds. No, they're gonna put it in the air. Allen pumps once, run out of the pocket. Still looking, throws it at the last minute. He's got a receiver line at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown!
Amazing!
Yes, touchdown!
How did he do that? Look at that. All kinds of Raiders down on the field. 3 Raiders looks like slowly get up over there. It looks like Chris Myers is hurt. And we've got another Wonder hurt back up the field as well.
Shades of Concord, Kannapolis about 5 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, now take a look here. He fakes it, sees the defense in his face, gets away from 2 guys. Right here, the great play to recognize that Lott is open downfield. A good stiff arm by A.J. to make it into the end zone.
And a good call by the linesman there. He did stay in bounds. 8 plays, 43 yards. And they're still working on one of the injured Wonders upfield. I think he was pushed in the back there. And there's, you see, the injured Raider. So while we sort everything out, the Raider's name is Chris Myers. We'll return to Memorial Stadium after this break. Myers for North Iredell. Boy, I tell you, it's getting wild and crazy here, isn't it, Woody?
After that play, there were about 4 bodies just sprawled out all over the field, moaning and groaning, and now Duplessis finally going to get his chance.
Allen certainly grew up on that play, didn't he? What a nice little pooch pass over there. Lott found the open seam.
And a great job, an excellent job by Sean Allen to keep his head under all kinds of pressure and recognize that he had a man downfield.
On 4th down and 8 to make even more dramatic. Tyndall holds, Duplessis kicks it through, and it is good. We've got 1 minute and 25 left in the opening period, and already 21 big points on the scoreboard. Anyway, back in an exciting first 10.5 minutes here. Wow. Man, oh man. We're seeing about everything already.
Yeah, now on these special teams plays, the guy I always like to watch is Gene Rivers for the Wonders, number 85. Seems like he's always one of the first guys downfield, even though it was the kicker, Jeff Sheets, who made the big tackle last time. Are you kidding me, the kicker?
Yeah, I think Gene Rivers just kind of takes it out of, he molded himself after, remember old Pete Wysocki?
Yeah.
Played with the Redskins years ago. Just a madman on the special teams.
Here he comes.
And, he missed him that time, but getting good yardage is Gary Stevenson.
A flag.
Upfield away from the football. Somebody said something.
Now Garrett Love and Toby Ward were pushing each other up the field, and they were in each other's faces. We'll see what the call's going to be, and the officials, or at least Quintaris Brown, thinks it's going to be against North Iredell.
And that is a dead ball foul, so they'll mark it from the line of scrimmage. Personal foul against the man in red, or I should say the man in stripes called the man in red and white. That Toby Moore just walked away.
And Charles Love says, "Are you kidding me? Come on."
So after a nice return, they'll backpedal about 15 yards.
There's a quarterback, Kerry Stevenson, 5'7", 150 pounds, the senior. Look how small he is compared to the rest of the team. But he's a good one.
He's quick.
Yeah, he's run a kickback for a touchdown this year.
Quick, elusive, dangerous. How many more adjectives will he use?
I don't know. I forgot to bring my thesaurus this week.
Darn it, we left that thing up at South Orlando, boy.
Yeah, it's probably soaking wet by now.
I don't think so. Move it back to the 24-yard line. And instead of 1st and 10, folks, with the dead ball penalty, it's 1st and 25. So that makes things a little tougher.
That's huge.
Line to make will be their own 49-yard line to keep the possession. Here's Stevenson. Pops it out in the open. Little flare pass, and making the catch is Mike Stroud, and he's brought down. I think that is Isaac Tyndall over there, who finally got credit for the stop. Picked up about 3.
No, there's a good look at Stroud coming back, and that's something that a lot of teams fall into sometimes, Randy. You see that big intimidating 1st and 25, and they think, oh, we got to get it all in one play, so they try to go deep. The way to do it is to get a couple of medium-range plays and then try to go for it.
Well, you know Mr. Jones will touch the ball this possession. He wears 25, and there he is. He'll get tossed to the short side, and I tell you, you got to get him 2 steps, and he's got a full head of speed up. And Quintaris Brown's over there to stop him at the 32-yard line.
Gee, there's a shocker. Quintaris, he must be getting about 50 tackles a week.
They can run that many plays. Well, if their phones aren't tackles, they count double credits.
Right. You get extra credit for those.
3rd and 17. Key play for the Raiders of North Iowa here, but they'll have to wait as 12 minutes will have to be put back on. First quarter has come to an end. It's been an exciting one so far. The Wonders right now with a 7-point advantage. As we come back, ready to start period number 2 here at Memorial Stadium. 3rd and 17.
Well, last time they went 3rd and what, 66?
Yeah, that'll work. Jones and McHenry in the backfield behind Stevenson. It'll be a pass this time. One-on-one coverage. This one will be picked off. Isaac Tyndall gets a block. Here they come the other way. He gets another good block. Misses, makes one man miss. Look out, Isaac. Mercy. Wow. He's created his own Sports Center highlight, Woody.
And I'm telling you, Isaac returned that thing 30 or 40 yards, not by pure speed, but by waiting for his blocking to get up there in front of him and making a play. The ball kind of hung, and Isaac was there with the coverage. It was a pattern where the receiver was supposed to get deep on the sidelines and run by the defense, but Tyndall was back deep and ready for it.
It's going to come back some of it because there's a flag across the far way, but it was pretty to watch.
Yeah, this ball kind of a wounded duck, and Isaac just looks like he's the receiver. Now watch, he doesn't really sprint up the field. He picks his blockers out, makes a move there, makes another move, a couple of more moves here, gets another couple of blocks, and he's up the field 30, 40 yards.
And the flag back at the Wonder 45-yard line. And I don't know where they dropped it over there because that was a legitimate block, the guy back there. I think,
and let's see.
Not a popular call here, the partisan fans in Kannapolis.
Well, that's just as good as a punt then.
Yeah. Stevenson just didn't lay it out deep enough, or his receiver didn't catch up with it.
I don't know where the block was that was supposedly illegal on that one. We
saw the replay and the guy hit him.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty clean. It must have been somewhere out of our picture.
I didn't see anybody over there unless it happened after.
But then it would have been upfield probably, yeah.
Well, that's a change of real estate of about 40 yards, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Wonders will have it 1st down and 10 at their own 30-yard line. First turnover of the ball game. Haney is the tailback this time, and he will get the football. Good seal block on the end. The ball is loose. It's still loose. Who's got it? I don't want it. North Iredell's got it at the 42-yard line. 75, Brandon Jones coming up with a big skin.
And Kendall almost got it back, but it popped away from him there just at the end. I think maybe somebody hit him just as he got his hands back on it. Take a look again. You'll see Kendall make the move, and a nice one at the line of scrimmage to cut back towards the middle right here. And that the guy that he made the move on popped it loose.
The guy fell on him. I thought he had possession. The guy fell on him, knocked the ball up in the air, so no whistle. North Iredell with a break, so they change turnovers. North Iredell gains real estate out of it at the 42-yard line of the Wonders. On the draw, spinning out is Jones, eludes one man, and oh, is he crunched. And you heard all the oohs and ahs. That was Lee Early.
Oh, my goodness. And Lee Early, oh, my gosh, he pounded him.
Lee Early says, welcome to Memorial Stadium, Mr. Jones.
Well, Jones dodged 3 or 4 good hits on that one. They couldn't get a good, clean shot at him until he ran right into Big Lee Early, and that was that.
That's point-blank range, wasn't it?
Yeah, he had time to get his feet set under him and deliver a good pop.
Got to check Carl Jones for powder burns on the jersey. Man. Gain of 2. Hello, 84, tight end Hans Daniels.
He didn't know the snap count, evidently, or couldn't hear it.
Well, with a name like Hans, he may not know English.
No, wait a minute.
One
now.
or two?
No, I'm sure he understands English. Come on.
How do you count to 5 in Swedish?
I have no idea. And he's coming out of the game, and the coaches over there are going to say, look, don't you know what the snap count is?
Yeah.
And he's saying, I thought I knew it, coach.
Moving back to the 46-yard line. Second down and 13 as they break the huddle.
So kind of a wild turn of events here. Turnover, penalty.
Crazy stuff. Stevenson with a long count this time. Out of the eye, it will be Jones. Looking. Oh, what a hit. Gene Rivers got him at the 48-yard line, and that is the way you stop good running backs. You got him, hit him low the ankles. You get him at the ankles, the rest of them's got a problem.
Yeah, nice open field tackle by Gene Rivers. The cutback was there, except for Gene, who was home as he should be on defense.
You think the defensive linemen have made some adjustments and have kind of got the radar, the coordinates locked in on Carl Jones right now, Early and Rivers? Man, they got 25 in their helmets.
Absolutely.
3rd and 17. Slot on the right from the eye. Stevenson, does he put it up?
Yep.
Straight drop. Pressure. Forced out of the pocket. Now pumps it upfield, and it will be incomplete. Almost intercepted. Tron Brown, Quantaris Brown over there on the intended receiver, Mike Stroud. Pretty good defensive coverage, secondary coverage that time, and boy, they were coming with some stunts that time.
Yeah, you had Joey Teal and Big James Williams breaking through that time and putting all kinds of heat on Stevenson.
A.J. Lott will go back and punt receiving formation. So the Wonders will get the ball back. Clock showing 9:32 to go in the first half. And Overman to kick it. Wonders with 8 guys on the line of scrimmage, and they'll appeal for the return. Good kick this time. Wow. Lott signals for the fair catch and will make it at about the 17-yard line. So the Wonder offense will set up shop at that point. Leading by 7 as you see the partisan Kannapolis fans. It's kind of hard to see where the stands end and the hill begins over there. But
now, this is going to be a key possession, Randy, for Kannapolis. If they can drive it down here and get a touchdown, they're going to have all the momentum and a 2-touchdown lead.
Ifs and buts were candy and nuts.
We'd all have a big party. Yeah, right.
Smith always used to say that, right? 2 receivers are wide to the left of your screen. Fullback gets his number called. Boy, I tell you, Quantaris Brown met James McDowell, who's a load to move out of there. McDowell played a good game so far. He and Brandon Jones really anchoring things down there defensively.
Well, it seems like Randy Kannapolis so far tonight has struggled on first down. Second down, they do a little bit better, and by third down, it seems like they get it figured out.
That's just the way this year has gone for the Wonders, I think.
Yeah.
They don't want to make anything too easy.
No, you got to give the fans their money's worth.
Sheets is in at fullback, and the give will be to Maddox. Looking for the block, looking for the seam, and it doesn't develop. They held their blocks long enough, but Shannon Feimster fought off a couple, and will stop him at about the 22-23-yard line.
And Feimster gets up limping a little bit after that one.
kind of like student body right that time.
Well, now it's time to go. Here's third down.
Yeah. We'll make it interesting here. 3rd and 6. 1 setback. Everybody except Ricky Holt in the pattern here.
Gene Rivers.
Well, Gene Rivers went on the count of 1.
And now it's going to be 3rd and way long. And Gene started to lean forward a little bit and just couldn't stop himself, and then figured, well, I'll just take off.
Gravity's tough to fight, isn't it?
Yeah, might as well get some camera time for his sponsors. You know, we may see that one day. Somebody having patches on their uniforms or something like that.
Yeah, the Wonders come out with NASCAR embroidered patches on the tops there.
Don't say that too loudly. Somebody will do it.
Monroe shocks. Goodyear.
I think maybe that time he needed brakes.
Goodyear shoes.
Yeah,
that'll work. Allen.
Look at Maddox, and Maddox moves one man, and he's got one man to beat. Midfield. Can they track him down? Maddox jukes and will be brought out of bounds. What a beautiful play. Andre James saved the touchdown. He just wouldn't give up on Maddox, and Nick got an extra 5 or 6 yards at the end of that play, Randy, by that little move. He realized that James was about to catch him, put a little move on him to delay him, make him hesitate, and picked up an extra 5 or 6 right here over the middle, just wide open. Yeah, right toward the middle. He eludes one man. Now there's James, and he was behind James, ran past him, makes the move right there, and that gets him an extra 6 yards or so.
We always wanted to see Nick Maddox in the open field. We saw it for 60 yards that time on the pass completion. 7 minutes. I'm sorry. Timeout has been called. 7:48 left in the first half. Bruce Harden's not lacking something.
Back here at A.L. Brown, Sean Allen lines him up, 1st and 10.
And it will be Tron Brown getting some good offensive line blocking. And similar to what we saw last week, just straight ahead is the best. That's the quickest way to the goal line. And Tron Brown will be back.
And Tron says, you got to have a striped shirt on to get the ball for me. They were trying to pull it away from him there.
It's a pretty good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Jeff Sheets and Tron Brown will go out. Nick Maddox, after getting a little breather there in the timeout, he's running about 60% of the field there. Now they've got he and Quintaris Brown on the backfield. And, well, nice decision, Allen, to keep the football. He's trying to get away from the pursuit. They'll finally catch him. Prescott Campbell caught up, wouldn't let go. I tell you, Sean Allen drug him about 5 yards across the far way.
Yeah, Sean wanted to pitch that ball, Randy, but the defense was all over him, and he just had to eat it and take one for the team there. He made the good decision not to try to make that pitch because there were just too many white jerseys around.
Ball showing at the 19-yard line. You see the stick ahead, about the 13, the line to make. And here we go again, Woody. Third down. It's so far to make something happen.
Yeah, so far that's been Wonder's time.
Allen will toss it to Maddox, looking around the corner, and they'll catch him this time after about a yard gain. Derek Blackwell initially over there for the Raiders. Now you are in field goal position for Chris DePlessis in his range as we see Charles Love across the far way. Waiting to see what his defense can do as to what the Wonders are going to do here. 4th down and 4.
Yeah, this would be about a 34-yard field goal or so from here. But once again, they're going to go for it. The Wonders have been successful 3rd and 4th downs tonight. Last time they were in this spot, they came up with a touchdown.
Wonder fans coming to their feet. They like this. Lot of the slot on the right. Play fake. Allen rolls left. Flag. And the flag is down. Allen slips down as he tried to cut upfield. So we'll sort it out. Campbell over there just in case. Defensively.
Now let's see what the penalty is going to be.
Was the flag drop before?
I don't know. I looked up when I saw Allen running that way, and he was running right at the flag, so it was dropped early. Maybe somebody left the line of scrimmage early? Yeah.
Procedure, and I think the Raiders going to decline that.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to give them another shot at it after what they did last time down on the other end.
So the offense, though they held them, dodged a bullet, so to speak, after an electrifying 60-yard pass play to get them down there. Well, the Wonders had their chances there, couldn't quite do anything with that possession. And now the Raiders will have it 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line with 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Stevenson. 2 wide receivers to the short side of the field, out of the eye. Jones looking. Well, he just gets in there and just...
He found something where there wasn't anything that time, and it looks like down on the bottom of that is big Joey Teal, number 73, 241 pounds, a junior.
And James Williams also in there. He's always around the football. There's Sean Allen. And I'll get him next time.
He was over there talking with Nick Maddox, plotting strategy for next time.
Watch out, it was a quiet 5 yards that Jones picked up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, fullback with a call. And darn good job to hold on to it. McHenry, Cam, almost had it stripped away there.
Yeah, just as he got to the line of scrimmage, a couple of arms got in there and yanked on the ball. A little bit of a missed exchange there, and Stevenson had a little trouble getting away from the line of scrimmage, and it kind of messed things up. He almost had to reach around in front of McHenry as he came through to give him the ball.
3rd down and 5 coming up now for North Iredell. As they'll send receiver to the big side of the field this time. 2 wide outs. Once again, pretty basic I formation. Power football here. Stevenson, straight drop. All day of time. Now he floats it out here, and this could be interesting. Jones eludes one man, has some open field heading to the sidelines, and will be, I guess you could say, angled out of bounds over there. Quintaris Brown and A.J. Lott teaming up to contain him.
Yeah, well, that play had all day back there for Stevenson to pick out a receiver. The Wonders with some good coverage downfield. He finally dumps it out to the left side to Jones, and then he runs it all the way back to the right side.
That may have been the last resort there. Good coverage by the Wonders secondary. So trying to set up the screen and maybe the outlet valve there. Says, when in doubt, give it to Mr. Jones. He'll make something of it.
Right, and now the Wonders, Randy, are starting to win that battle of field position.
Overman with a good kick. It will be returned, though, I think. A.J. Lott, you better pick it up. You got on it. At about the 34, 35-yard line.
And some of the Wonder fans calling for a late hit there, but the ball was still kind of being bobbled around, and A.J. could very well have picked that thing up and taken off downfield with it, so...
Well, A.J. could taste it on that kickoff return. He almost got one, and he said, man, I'm going to get a chance to return this with it. You gotta tuck the mail in, folks.
He's still got visions of that dancing in his head.
Still plenty of time here in the first half. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Wonders leading 14-7. We'll set it down to their own 35, just shy of their 35-yard line. 1 setback, that's Haney. And Coates is the man in motion. Here's Allen up the middle once again. Somebody better stay home at nose guard. Chris Myers.
Wait a minute, a fumble. They're saying he turned the ball over.
Well, I thought he was down. I didn't think the ground could cause a fumble, but apparently the official in that position saw it differently.
Maybe we can see that again, but boy, I sure thought I heard the whistle blow. Let's take a look again and see where he turned it over.
That's 2 fumbles tonight for Haney, and having a tough time after good runs, holding on to the football, just finishing the play. Second fumble tonight, the Wonders have lost, and now the Raiders are in business. Great field position. They're on the 49-yard line. Stevenson's going to the air this time.
Oh,
heavy pressure hit, and nobody's going to get that one.
Boy, and Joey Teal laid a pop on it.
Teal teed off, didn't he? That was the reason for the pass being a little bit off target. Quite a bit off target.
Yeah, well, Stevenson recognized that he was just going to have to get rid of that or take a big sack and about a 15-yard loss.
Obviously, first down throwing situation. Kerry Stevenson got to maybe not. Coach, don't call that play too often. I think Canales got that one snuffed. Jones and McHenry in the backfield on 2nd and 10. Jones with the toss, big side. And Tyndall over there grabs a hold and Did he go out of bounds? No, they say his forward progress down to the Wonder 45-yard line, and that's just almost on his own. Marcus Kennedy over there to finish him.
A couple of good shots that time for some of the Wonders, but some good blocking to string that one out for North Iredell down on the sideline.
They're going to give him 5 on the play. And most of that, as we said, Mr. Jones picked up after the fact. That first hit, you better make sure, because he's not going to go down most of the time. Inside 3 minutes to go in the first half. It'll be Jones looking. Good seam that time. Met and stopped. 74 for the Wonders.
A.J. Watt.
It was
And Quintars Brown.
yeah. Got about 3 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
And the coaches on Headliners, Randy, told us Quintars not necessarily your big, huge linebacker body type, but he's a guy with a huge, huge heart and all kinds of desire to play this game.
Actually, I said 3rd. It's going to be 4th down. My apologies here. Well, why not? Power I formation. They fake the toss, and here comes Stevenson. And it will be stuffed. Short of the first down. A.J. Lott finishing, but DeMarcus Kennedy was the man who really had stopped him initially.
Now let's make sure they're not going to give him a bigger spot on the forward progress. That's going to be right close, but still just a little bit short.
They gave him a kayak spot, but I tell you, that was some hard hitting.
Yeah, and there's Kennedy who made the initial hit to stop that play. But he had some blocking out front, Randy. The Wonders just beat it.
Nearing the 2-minute mark in the first half. Once again, Kannapolis with plenty of time here to do something. Ball at their own 41-yard line. They'll have Jeremy Cook and A.J. Lott split to the bottom of your screen. One receiver to the top. And they'll go with Tron Brown. Followed his blocking well that time. He'll pick up about 5. Shannon Feenstra. How many times have we called that young man's name tonight?
He's been in on quite a few tackles, and he's a little bit slow again to get up, Randy. He limped after one of his tackles earlier. No, check that. That's down on the field is Derek Blackwell, not Feenstra.
So Blackwell will get
He's got a cramp.
Yep. They'll stop the action with 90 seconds to go in the first half. Wonders leading by a touchdown. Good field position at their own 46, almost 47-yard line. Second down, Allen down the line, cuts it up. He'll have the first down and then some. That will stop the clock momentarily as they move the chains. The ball marked at the 43-yard line of North Iredell.
And that's the play that Kannapolis used to beat Concord and keep the ball late. Here you'll see him going down the line. He's got an option to pitch, but he sees the hole with a good block there to spring him up the field, and Sean Allen moves the chains.
And the clock will start when they whistle it ready to go, and it is not taking too much time. Quintars Brown, somebody got him by the ankles and held on for help. No help coming, but 42 there. Donovan Scott with a good job defensively.
And I think Kannapolis has 1 timeout left or 2. I think only 1 timeout left.
We'll check their timeouts. They have got 1. You're correct. Inside a minute to go. Down to 45 seconds left, first half. Second down. Maddox lines up as a slot on the right. 1 setback. It's a throwing formation, and they got man over the middle.
Rivers.
Gene Rivers, tight end, will take it down inside the 20-yard line. Chris Myers maybe kept him out of the end zone that time, and the Wonders will call their final timeout, I believe.
And take a look again, right over the middle here. Quick drop for Allen, wide open as Rivers. It looked like number 33, Prescott Campbell, missed the coverage that time. I think he was the man that was supposed to follow Rivers as he came off the line, and he just missed him.
33 seconds left. Back in just a minute. North Iredell, they've had plenty of time here. 33 seconds, no timeout. Sean Allen hasn't thrown a lot tonight, but he has made it count.
Right, 3 out of 5 for 105 yards so far for Allen.
Making 115, as Ron Moon has told us.
And one of those a 60-yarder.
He's trying to get more now. Here we go on the fade to the end zone. Touchdown! Maurice Coates. What a pass.
And that was beautiful execution that time. Sean Allen just laid it right out there, and Coates knew where the ball was going to be, ran right under it beautifully. Senior coach making the catch. Nice layup here. He beats number 9, Corey Gaither, and just as pretty as you could draw it up on the chalkboard.
And pretty good coverage by the defender.
Yeah. That's a case of the offense knows where he's going, the defense doesn't.
2 touchdown passes tonight by Sean Allen, 5 plays and 57 yards on the drive. And the passing attack for the Wonders keeping things up here. We've got a flag drop, the illegal procedure against the Wonders. That'll move them back 5 yards to kick the extra point. In some cases, with a soccer-style extra point kicker, maybe it gives you a little bit better angle the further or a couple of yards away. So Krista Fleesy will tee it back down here. Kind of like a medium-range field goal now.
Yeah, it'll be about a 25-yarder from right here.
Isaac Tyndall, who has been sure-handed in the hold position.
He was pretty sure-handed on that interception.
Oh, yeah. And pretty cool taking it uphill, knowing that everybody's after you. The Fleesy's kick on its way, and it is good. 25 seconds to go. First half, Wonders extend their lead to 14, and the Kannapolis kickoff is next. Rolling Stones' version of Start Me Up has been echoing through Memorial Stadium here during the timeout, Woody. And,
Yeah, that's a little bit late. They started up a while ago.
yeah, maybe it's Finish Me Up.
Yeah. Well, now that's a huge, huge advantage for Kannapolis here. If they can keep a big run back, you might see a squib kick. If they can keep North Iredell off the board here before halftime, that's going to be all the momentum Kannapolis' way. There's the squibber.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. He might get it. Football. And finally, Brandon Jones says, man, I got to get on this hot potato.
A couple of Wonders, they're close, almost were able to get in on that play.
Brandon Jones got a lot of little wolf paws there on his helmet, so you know he's a good one. He's been, I mean, that whole helmet is covered with those little specks.
Now, if you're Coach Love, do you try and go deep here a couple of times and see what happens, or do you just run out the clock?
Well, they've got to be stunned because that was a killer touchdown there for Kannapolis. It gives you a little bit of a cushion and the momentum going into halftime. The Wonders don't want to let down because Jones can take the mail here, and that's what they're going to do. Carl Jones looking for some room, trying to get outside. Lott and Brown finally get him. Watch out, there's a late flag.
Yep, they pushed him a little bit too much once they got him out of bounds.
And take nothing away, that was a good call, but Quintaris Brown in his defense,
They're still over there. They're still surrounded by some of the players trying to get back out, and the officials making sure nothing bad happens there. Quintaris Brown looks like he's grabbing his neck or something. Or he maybe got something in his eye.
It's hard to bring down Carl Jones.
Yeah. He's shaking his head like maybe he got a finger in the eye or something like that.
Well, you can tell who the good guys are and the bad guys over there.
Yeah, well now this is going to be a key, Randy, because the time evidently had expired. The clock says 0, but I didn't think that was a 20-some second play. They're going to make them put some more time back on the clock, because surely that didn't take 20-some seconds.
Of course, that ball foul, it can't end on a defensive penalty here in the half, so they'll tack on the yardage from the infraction.
And this may give them a shot here to try one deep.
Well, they'll move the ball up probably about midfield with a penalty. So they'll get one more shot. This one, yeah, I would go deep in the end zone.
Yeah, well, nothing to lose here. Line up 4 of them on one side and throw it far as you can.
Don't believe, I agree with you, I don't believe there was a 25-second play.
Surely that play didn't take 25 seconds. Come on now. You got to be kidding me.
Well, we'll check in just a minute as they mark the penalty off.
They're going to put it, it's going to be at the 48 or 49-yard line or so, and
the clock was started because it was a running play before the ball was
okay,
snapped.
all right, I see. All right.
So no time showing, but we will get one play on the house for North Iredell.
So why not hang it up?
No, we're just waiting on the football now, the most important thing. Here we go.
Yeah, you got to have one of those to play. Well, the official had it out there, he just didn't put it down.
At the 48-yard line of the Wonders. Kerry Stevenson, no doubt. Well, that could be interesting. Jones will throw the halfback option downfield. He's got a man complete, and Stroud will be wrestled out of bounds. And I do not see any flags, and that will be the end of the first half. Listen to the ovation for the Wonder fans as their team up by 14 at the break. Let's take a look at those first half stats. We've got almost a full moon. First for the Raiders of North Iredell.
Well, 100 yards on the ground, 66 of that in one play from Jones. Only 12 through the air, 112 total. Only one first down, that's key. 2 of 6 in the air, 1 turnover, that the interception by Isaac Tyndall. 3 penalties for 25 yards and 2 punts for the Raiders. As we take a look at the Wonders, 114 on the ground from a variety of rushers, 131 in the air. Sean Allen having a good half, 245 total, 7 first downs for the Wonders, 4 of 6 passing, 2 big turnovers, 4 penalties for 40 yards, and the Wonders did not punt.
For North Iredell and Kannapolis, each team with 6 possessions in the first half. The number of plays, Kannapolis 33, North Iredell 20. The best start was for Kannapolis on the North Iredell 43. For North Iredell, the Kannapolis 43. The leading rushers, you had Jones with 92 yards, so he had a good half. And Sean Allen, no surprise there, he had 44 yards rushing the football with 2 big plays up the middle.
Yeah, so far Sean Allen has been the man for Kannapolis. We talked about Quintaris Brown a little bit earlier, and here's the kick. The Raiders going to get the ball first to start it off.
And look who's got it. Jones to the outside. He's got speed. And Brown and Lott punish him. But a good return inside Wonder territory. They'll spot it inside the 40-yard line.
I was just trying to think how many times Randy has said Brown and Lott tonight. Seems like they've been gang tackling together quite a bit.
We made mention of Allen's 44 yards, but pretty even balanced amongst the 5 running backs who carried the football. Look, you had Haney with 26, Maddox 16, Tron Brown 16, and Quintaris Brown 12, so spreading all the wealth around.
But right here, Randy, the best start of the night for the Raiders. If they can take one down here and punch it in, we've got a whole new ball game and almost a full half to go.
At the 38-yard line, first down, it'll be McHenry up the middle, and he's stopped after about 4 or 5. Cam McHenry, number 21, hasn't run the football much. DeMarcus Kennedy on the stop for the Wonders on defense.
And there you see Coach Love giving the instructions to his squad. We'll see what adjustments they were able to make at the half.
Down the line, and he will get the first down to the Wonder 25-yard line. Gene Rivers over there teaming up with Jeremy Cook to make the hit. I'll tell you what Jones does after it looks like he's apparently stopped, and then just slides off, and strong legs. Well,
he's a guy who bounces off tackles well, Randy, and keeps his direction moving north-south instead of running across the field. He rarely goes down on that initial hit. It seems like they put a good pop on him, and the defense thinks, oh, we got him.
Well, like
and next thing you know, he's 5 yards down the field.
Exactly. First down from the 25. Here comes McHenry on the counter.
Oh.
And they string it out. He gets away from 1 man and will get 5 or 6 yards that time. Quintaris Brown finally with a tackle for the Wonders.
And that was a good example of McHenry doing what we talked about with Jones a minute ago. A.J. Lott came up and laid a good pop on him, but he kept his feet, kept moving down the field.
McHenry is 195 pounds, 6 foot. Good size for that fullback position. We played a little over 2 minutes here in the third period. And they're working from a power I formation. One receiver is split to the short side of the field for Kerry Stevenson Almost a jump by the Wonders, and they'll toss sweep big side. Jones cuts it in and hit.
They sealed that up all night, Randy.
Gene Rivers actually turned the play into the pursuit.
DeMarcus Kennedy was there. There's Plummer's Perch up there with the torches still burning. That's the eternal flame, right?
I think Barry's in charge of refueling here.
Yeah, he must be.
I wonder if they got prime rib over there tonight.
I don't know. We'll have to go and see what's on the menu. We'll have to reserve a table later on.
Heavy hors d'oeuvres.
Right.
Jones, DeMarcus Kennedy got him at the ankles that time, and it will be close. I think he got the first down. Bidding on the spot. Down inside the 15-yard line.
Right now, Randy, the Raiders, there you see Coach Rick Holt, and he's almost ready for basketball season, but right now he's got other things on his mind. But the Raiders having their best success up the middle instead of around the ends.
Well, they're looking good on this drive. After the excellent return, it's been the Carl Jones show here. 2 first downs in this drive, or excuse me, in this drive, they only had 1 in the first half. First back through, goes inside the 5-yard line. That's 32, Derek Blackwell, who primarily is a blocking back, and they kind of surprised the Wonders on defense that time.
Blackwell, one of the captains on this team. And a good opening drive here to start the second half for the Raiders.
It'll be first and goal as we watch the play again.
Well, he wasn't touched until A.J. Lott got him. I almost said Keenan Lott. Boy, I'm going through a time warp here.
You said Lott, you were right.
Yeah.
At the 2-yard line. Jones leaps over the line. It will be close. Touchdown, North Iredell. Didn't get in by much, but
doesn't take much.
Exactly. That will get the Raiders back into the ball game. And that's a sign of a good ball team. They can make adjustments at halftime, come out, and obviously those adjustments have paid off here, and now it will be Overman for an important extra point here.
The key to that, though, Randy, was the kick return that got him such excellent field position to start it off.
Blocked. And that's an important blocked extra point. It looked like Joey Teal got it.
I think it was Joey Teal, number 73, breaking through there.
9 plays and 37 yards with 8 minutes, 22 seconds left in the third period. Said to receive the kickoff from Justin Overman.
Well, they've been kicking it away from Nick Maddox all night long, so expect that to continue. But Lott almost burned him one time.
Kind of like pick your poison back there. You want gas or lethal injection?
Now they're going to go at Maddox. Look at that, and what a kick.
Boy, Overman is pumped, and this one will be bumped into the end zone. Touchback, they'll bring it back to the 20-yard line. Well, I tell you, Overman, there's no wind tonight, so that was all leg that time on the kickoff. And that's, you don't see that happen a lot in high school football where they just kick them out of the end zone.
Now let's see what kind of new wrinkles the Wonders come out here with, Randy. They had a good offensive plan there in the first half, mixed their plays very well, kept the fresh backs in the whole half, and were able to march pretty much methodically down the field.
Quick touchdowns to open the game and to open the second half for North Iredell. Out of the eye, and it will be Haney. Looking to the left side, trying to get outside, and he does. He's got 5, he's got 10, he's got about 13 yards, and he held on to the football. Chris Myers on the tackle for the Raiders. Kerry gets outside, it's got some speed that you might not catch. Oh, excuse me, Kendall. Now, you were talking about...
Yeah. Now you did it. Okay.
We had Kerry Haney, Kendall Haney. We had a bunch of Haneys, too. That's a name synonymous with all-round football.
Okay, we're even now.
Okay. Sorry, Kendall. One setback, that's Sheets. And he'll get the football. What a hole up the middle. Rumbling and stumbling inside Raider territory. Andre James on the tackle, but not before he reached the 45-yard line.
And that's something you know North Iredell was not expecting Jeff Sheets to come through the middle that time.
Jeff Sheets is a 5'11 sophomore, 190 pounds, and had that glory in his eyes.
Take a look again. You'll see all kinds of fakes here. Maddox, number 20 out there. All kinds of misdirection. They were chasing everybody but Sheets.
They pulled Ian Johnson on the offensive line, number 62. He had a good block at the line of scrimmage. Here comes Allen. He'll keep it. Cuts it upfield and held onto the football. They say he was down. Now, he finally got the football back. I think they were trying to strip it up. Looked like they'd stolen it there momentarily.
Yeah, they got an arm in there and almost pulled it away, and Allen holding the ball with both hands, but he didn't really tuck it up. He has to keep that pitch option alive, but once he crosses that line of scrimmage, he needs to tuck that thing up where nobody can get a good shot at it.
Actually, 11-yard pickup on the play to the 34-yard line of North Ireland. Here come the Wonders storming back on offense. Sheets is back there once again. Haney is the slot back there on the right side. Little toss out of the flat is complete on the sidelines. Actually, Maurice Coates will pick it out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Donovan Scott pushed him out.
And I thought that was going to go to the short receiver, but Sean Allen knew what he was doing all the time.
I thought he'd overthrown Kendall Haney.
Yeah, me too. Take a look at it again. Another short drop by Allen, and he is very effective with this 1-2 step drop, really 1.5 steps. And you're right, I thought he was going to Haney, but he knew all the time where his man was.
First down and 10. Allen keeps it this time, got about 2, down to the 14-yard line.
And Kannapolis, Randy, we can't say enough about how well they're mixing their plays. They have the North Iredell defense back on its heels.
Well, I was thinking the same thing. We got the little, and we haven't seen the same pass route in this game by anybody. I mean, he's thrown a lot of different, he's spread the wealth around.
But always the short drop. Allen, he doesn't go real deep in the pocket and set up and make his line have to work for a long time. 1-2 3-step drops, and he's got the ball out of his hands.
Here's Maddox from the slot, and he'll get about 3 down to the 10-yard line. Boy, you hear everybody go, oh. I mean, this is like dynamite ready to explode, man.
Yeah, they're marching down the field right now. Look like in on the tackle, Brandon Jones, number 75 now, as we get down inside 6.5 minutes in the third quarter.
You saw Nick Maddox, a freshman. Not too many running backs in high school football can just generate so much excitement when he touches the football and anticipation. You hear the reaction of the crowd every time he touches it. There he is. He'll line up in the slot on the right. Sheets is the lone setback, and he'll get the call. Up the middle, got about 2, and he'll be short of the first down. James McDowell there to keep him from getting the necessary yardage.
And they were ready for him that time. I guess it's a case of fool me once, fool me twice.
Clock shows 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the third period. Wonders with a 21-13 lead now face 4th down. And here comes some adjustments in on the North Iredell defense. They put about 4 or 5 new faces in. Well, we've got the power I formation, and depending on the spot, Tron Brown stretches out, and I don't think he made it. Just depends on where they spot the football.
He's trying to inch it up there a little bit to get a better spot, but they already know where they're going to put it. Yeah.
He's got the first down where the ball's at. Now, where the official marks it is a different story.
And it's going to be a question here.
I believe they're going to measure it.
Yeah, they are, but certainly they're in Duplessis' range from this point.
Well, that was 4th down, Woody. So
oh, that's right. You're right. That's right. I was thinking 3rd, but you're right.
They're going to bring the chains over.
Here we go.
So the crew gets their first official appearance here in the second half.
But I don't know that he got a kind spot on that. Let's see. It looks like he might be.
Looks like he's going to be about a half a yard short from this angle, but
I don't know. Boy, that's awful tough. I'm gonna pass on that one. I'm not gonna make a prediction.
Yeah, I'll pass too. They stretch the chain. Oh man,
way short.
A yard short or more. So a big defensive stand by the Raiders, who have down 21-7 at halftime, but got a touchdown on the board. Now held the Wonders inside the 10-yard line.
And now, Randy, since Kannapolis didn't punch one in there, how big is that block by Joey Teal on the extra point?
It's pretty big. It's real big, Andy. Real big.
Biggest thing ever happened in Mayberry.
They'll line it up out of the eye. Carl Jones, the outstanding tailback, is on the goal line. We're talking about 7 yards back from the line of scrimmage. McHenry, the blocking back. And it'll be Jones. Looking. Oh, man. That was pretty easy to detect.
Yeah, you had Kennedy in there, you had Rivers in there, and 2 or 3 or 4 others.
You had a tight set. You had Jones, and you know he's going to get the football. They got him for a 2-yard loss. Second down and 12 coming up at 5. So the thing about it is the Wonder defense wants 3 and out. They'll get in field position.
Well, that one was almost like Kannapolis knew where the play was going before the Raiders did.
Now they've got a wide receiver to the right. This time, they kind of offset Jones, and here we go with the McHenry play up the middle. He'll get good yardage out across the 10 till about the 13, 14-yard line. Gene Rivers knocked him off his pins. Third down coming up. The line to make is the 18-yard line. On a crisp, cool, late fall evening, and there's the bank. The hills are alive
With the sound of blankets.
chattering, I guess.
Yeah.
3rd and 4, key play for the Raiders. Stevenson will long count. Comes down the line. He'll be stopped short of the first down, and it looked like Jeremy Cook, first man there, number 16, wrapped him up down low.
Boy, Jeremy's having a pretty good game.
And also 93, guess who? James Williams got him at the top side, so it'll be a 4th down punting situation. Now, if this was Forest Hills they were playing, I would say John Lowry would probably go for it.
He probably would.
So, I don't think Coach Love is going to take that chance this early in the second half. So he brings in Justin Overman. And Overman gets on once again.
Whoa.
Excellent punt. Lott signals for a fair catch. It bounces up. He got a tricky hop off of his elbows there, but
yeah,
he fielded it cleanly.
Fortunate it came back to him. There's Bob Jacobs, Bruce Harden setting the offense, and now Randy, even though the Wonders didn't get the points last time, they've changed the battle of the field position to their side.
Well, anytime you can give your offense the football at your own 48-yard line, you'll take your chances. You're able to do anything you want to right there. Open the offense up. They'll send Jeremy Cook to the bottom of your screen. Maurice coaches the wide out to the top. Slot on the right. Sheets the fullback, and Lott will go in motion. Allen's got the football, guys. Good fake by Allen. Almost got our cameraman, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did. That looked like number 40, Chris Myers, on the tackle again. Myers piling up a lot of tackles here. He's made at least 2 touchdown-saving tackles tonight.
Tron Brown checks into the offensive scheme, and Nick Maddox will come to the sidelines on a second down at the 47-yard line of North Iredell. They need 6. They sent 3 wide receivers out this time. Tailback, Brown, hit in the backfield, and a nice finishing tackle by James McDowell. He don't miss many if he gets there. Got about, maybe a yard that time.
Going to be probably a passing situation for the Wonders.
Maddox in, Tron Brown out. So, Coach Harden and his staff really shuffling players in.
And look for the man up top of your picture, Maurice Coates, number 9.
3rd down and 5. Lott is the man in motion once again. They fake to Sheets. Allen.
Oh, that didn't work.
Nothing there, and he did the smart thing. Just eat the football. We'll punt it out of here, guys. James McDowell once again right there to make the stop.
It looked almost like Allen had the option to throw or pitch it back and realized that he wasn't going to be able to do either and just took one for the team.
Isaac Tyndall in the punt, and is this the first time Kannapolis has punted tonight?
I think so.
Yeah. Isaac's got to get the leg warmed up out there.
He's been out on a couple of holds,
yeah,
and got that big interception on defense.
Isaac under pressure last week did an excellent job in the rain. This is like a luxury having a dry football. And he'll kick it not particularly deep, but he line drives it away from the potential return guys, and will go dead at the 20-yard line. So with 57 seconds to go in a quick-paced 3rd period here, it's still 21-13. The Wonders on top, but a long way from over.
And one of the wonders, a little shaken up on the sidelines there, looks like DeMarcus Kennedy coming off holding his wrist or his elbow. Hopefully he'll be able to come back.
DeMarcus has been around the football all night long. There you see the Raider sidelines. Jim Love looking up at the clock. Knows he can tie this game in one play or get within 2 points of it. McHenry tripped up in the backfield, and actually 73 there, Joey Teal, got him. He was fighting somebody else.
Yeah, and that was just kind of an after effect. The running back was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I guess you could say McHenry found the would-be. He had to run the tackler down. That's a
right.
Inside 20 seconds left here in the third period. Clock. Well, the officials have stopped it.
Well, they're talking to one of the Raiders over there. I don't know if he's got an equipment problem or if they're talking about a penalty. I didn't see a flag go down or anything.
Yeah, it was like the equipment there, the face mask, chin strap.
Okay.
Don't argue with Brandon Jones. He's 6'1", 190 pounds. Pretty good defensive lineman, an offensive lineman, and a senior. Second down and 8 as they bust the huddle. 22-yard line. Pitch back, Jones. What a great open field tackle, and it's Gene Rivers.
Boy, Gene Rivers has spent the night in the backfield here for Kannapolis, and he's made a couple of great open field tackles on Jones, and there's the future wonder getting his Gatorade.
Yes, sir. Getting ready for the fourth period as 3 are in the books here at Memorial Stadium. Wonders with a 8-point advantage. Sitting here thinking, who cares? Hearing some of that, the fans talking at halftime, and they said, yeah, I'll tell you one thing. Them Annapolis boys have stopped that Jones boy pretty good in the first half.
Well, they put him in 3rd and long quite a bit tonight, it seems.
3rd and 15 right now. Back to pass Stevenson, hemmed in, pushed out of the pocket. Now he's bouncing off of guys, and can he get outside? Short of the first down, just too many green shirts over that time. But Stevenson with a good run up to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to give his punter quite a bit of room.
So if anything, it gets him, like you said, out of the hole.
Boy, he bounced off about, 3 good shots that time to keep moving down for positive yardage and almost picked that first down up.
Because all the Annapolis boys could do that time, wasn't it?
Guaranteed about 4 of them got a good shot at him and couldn't bring him down.
Well, A.J. Lott has had trouble fielding a couple of punts tonight from Overman. He'll get another chance or another opportunity. And Overman gets on a great kick. Lott backpedaling, fields this time cleanly, and they have him hemmed in out of there, over there across the far way, and run out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Boy, and one of the Raiders, looked like it was Chris Myers, just kept on running out of bounds on that play and got to the track and just sprawled out across it. He's going to have an asphalt burn.
I think Buster and them over there at the porch said the hamburgers were ready. So
man,
he was going over to get some refreshments there.
That's going to hurt.
Annapolis with decent field position to start their first drive here in the fourth period, leading by 8 points. The winner will advance next week on the road against either Monroe or High Point Central, and the odds-on favorite will be the #1 team in the state up at High Point. Lott is the man in motion once again for the Wonders. Sheets is the ball carrier. Once again, he's getting great yardage. He'll get about 5 that time.
That's the 3rd carry for Sheets, and 2 of them have been pretty solid gainers. One of them, of course, a big one. And we haven't seen Sheets run the ball a lot this year, but I guess Coach Harden and the staff feeling like we might as well pound the big guy at him right now.
Well, as Larry Mason used to say a few years ago when he was a coach, you always give it to the fullback 3 or 4 times just to keep him happy.
Yeah, otherwise he doesn't want to block as much.
Well, Jeff Sheets should be just bumbling over.
Yeah.
He blocks pretty good that time, and Nick Maddox trying to get it to the outside. He almost got it for big yardage. Will be short of the first down by, well, depending on the spot. They may have to measure this one. Tron Brown, excuse me, I said Maddox, but Tron Brown. Take both of them running hard. You got a 20 and a 22, and you got shirts hanging all over him. It's hard to find out.
And he had that ball over the other 2.
It'll be 3rd and short. They get about a yard. Harden would like to see now is ball control. Just take it on down, punch it in the end zone. Take about 5-6 minutes off the clock.
Oh, I think he'd like to see about 10.5 minutes go off the clock.
Yeah. There's Allen. Fakes to the fullback. He'll have a first down in the second effort. He darn near squirted away there. He'll get it up to the 49-yard line, and that will be enough for a Kannapolis first down. Michael Wasson with the tackle.
I don't know how Sean Allen, there you see a good look at him. I don't know how he found any room to make anything out of that.
Well, I think last week he was slippery when wet. They should have one of those cautions, slippery when wet. Boy, he was eluding a lot of folks last week.
I guarantee you, he looked like one of those rugby players last week.
Australian rules football or something. Here's the counter, and it will be Maddox this time down the sidelines, bust into the secondary, cuts it back 20, down to the 15-yard line. Nick Maddox, the freshman. Shannon Beamster on the touchdown, saving tackle.
Did you see all that grass? There's a flag down, but Nick Maddox had a garden in his helmet.
Oh, they're going to get the Wonders for clipping, I believe. Back upfield, that is not popular. Listen to the Boo Birds come out.
Yeah, we didn't see who it was, but nonetheless, nice effort by Maddox on that play.
So that will negate about a 35-yard run.
And Sean Allen looks almost as disappointed as if he's the guy that got called for the clip.
Come on, ref.
Yeah, you hear him down there getting a little upset in the stands.
They never call him on the 2 yards up the middle, do they?
No.
They always call him on the big plays. Boy, that's a change of possession. Instead of at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10.
Man.
It's back to the Wonder 38-yard line, and it will be 1st and 21.
Now, wouldn't it be something to let him try it again and see if he can get another big gainer off of it?
They sweep it this time to Haney. Oh, is he hit? He still stayed on his feet and got 2 more yards.
That was Prescott Campbell who put the big pop on him at first, and now the Kannapolis fans starting to holler that they want a late hit on that play. But
well, Michael Wasson, number 6 over there, was got up and kind of shot the guns at him there, was taunting a little bit. And, you know, they're supposed to call up. Oh. But you don't do it on the Kannapolis bench if you're opposing player. There's a flag. It was dropped. We didn't see it. It's going to go against Kannapolis.
Boy, now the fans really won't like this, and neither does Bob Jacobs and Bruce Harden and Sean Allen standing right there.
You saw Bob Jacobs there in your picture. He was put the finger over the mouth, says, "Cool it, guys."
That's right.
Keep it down. Got enough points to win, as they say.
But these penalties are having the negative effect for Kannapolis, not just the yardage, but they're stopping the clock.
The penalty will be declined by North Iredell.
So they want to take the down away.
2nd down. He picked up a yard on the play. Give him maybe a half a yard. Now they'll send, well, nobody in the backfield, Woody. You think they're going to do? Allen going over the middle, and Coates on the slant. A little bit overthrown. I think Sean got too pumped up because Maurice was wide open.
Yeah, he burned it in there that time, and there you see Coach Charles Love.
Nick Maddox, I thought he was running to a fire there. He came out of the backfield and lined up on the wing back position. So it'll be 3rd and 20. Now it's going to get interesting.
Well,
that's what they did the first half, wasn't it?
Yeah, we don't count against them on something like this now.
Maybe we might have the AJ to Nick or Nick to AJ halfback pass. North Iredell showing blitz, but they pull out of it. Here's the play fake by Allen. Pumps it over the middle. IJ line complete.
Whoa, how did he hang on to that ball?
First down at the North Iredell 34-yard line, and there are no flags this time, so bring the chain gang down, guys. Move the sticks.
Now take a look at it again. You'll see him down the sidelines. Another strike by Allen right on the money, and what a pop. That ball almost came out, but he was able to hang on to it and got up and congratulated the defense for a good hit afterwards, and just an amazing play by A.J. Lott not to have that ball come out.
Put that one on A.J. Lott's highlight reel for his senior year. He's had quite a few in that repertoire.
Sports Center moment.
Wonders with a big 3rd and 20 converting.
Man, that's impressive.
Here's Allen rolling again. Good protection. Being chased out of the pocket this time, and he'll just get what he can get. Gets bumped out of bounds at about the original line of scrimmage. Donovan Scott over there for the Raiders. They'll stop the clock, though, with 9:17 left in the fourth period.
Allen wanted to go downfield with that, but couldn't find anybody and just decided to tuck it up and get what he could out of it.
Now you see the maturity of maybe from last year to the first of this year to now the end of the year. Maybe last year he would have thrown the ball up for grabs. Bruce Hart says, let's call timeout and talk it over. I've got another big play in my head I want to tell you about. Back in just a minute to Memorial Stadium.
Something made itself evident, and then he took advantage of it.
Guess what, Woody? It's 3rd down and 9.
Well, here we go again.
They'll go with a delay. Haney skips through the whole seam of white-shirted tacklers, and he'll have the first down near the 15-yard line.
Well, we talked about it a couple of times, Randy, but I guess we can go ahead and make it official now. The secret for the Wonders tonight is their proficiency on 3rd down. They have been outstanding converting 3rd down plays.
And the way they call it, here we call it the draw play. Look at this. Just a little delay.
Good block.
Haney just scoots through there. They didn't see him, I don't guess. He kind of hit by
There was a good seal block on the other side. Couldn't tell who it was that made it, but somebody sealed off on that left side and got him a big gap.
On first down from the 15, they give it to Tron Brown. He steps out of a tackle, and they'll finally blow the whistle, but he'll lose about 5 yards. James Jordan there first, and Brandon Jones. Ball's back to about the 20-yard line.
But now we're inside 8 minutes to go.
The thing about it is you don't want to take yourself out of field goal range here. If they kicked it right now, it would be about a 37-yarder.
And the thing to keep in mind as well, Randy, the blocked extra point and the fact that North Iredell, we heard the coaches, Coach Cook telling us at the beginning of the game, they're a short passing team. They're not going to be a team that can get it back with a bunch of long passes.
Here's Maddox, got some blocking, trying to get to the outside. Then good tackle. Donovan Scott helped string it out there. And
he just wouldn't let Maddox get away.
Got about 2 yards back. 3rd down.
Look at that, one of them's facing the wrong way. Did you see that? Oh, she's got a band uniform on. She's not one of the majorettes, I see. She doesn't have the playbook.
You can't see much of the game with your back.
That's right.
Maybe she got mirrors.
Maybe.
Ball is on the 17-yard line, 3rd and 12. Lott will go in motion. And Allen rolls right. Pressure. Allen gets away, reverses his field, cuts it up the middle. He's inside the 10, the 5, the 1. Touchdown!
Amazing, Randy. Another huge 3rd down conversion for the Wonders.
What an athletic play by Sean Allen.
Boy, I thought he was down 2 times on that play. It looked like they had a hold of his legs. Right here, he comes back, and he wants to pass over to the right side. Now watch. They've got him here. No, they don't. He breaks it back to the other side, and nobody is there.
Well, he
beat the tackle. Yeah, he beat Andre James on that tackle, and boy, I'm telling you, Sean Allen has just been amazing tonight.
Oh, he had the pursuit going the other way, and he knew where he was going. It's harder for them to reverse field. 12 plays and 66 yards. An impressive drive for the Wonders. Duplessis has been perfect tonight. He is 4 for 4. And with 6:41 to go in the fourth period, Wonders up by 15 big ones. Not a team that will catch up quickly unless they break the long run.
Right, we've seen them try to go deep downfield on a pass one time tonight. They had the big 66-yard touchdown by Jones, but they're not going to be a team, and now they're going to get good field position here if they can hang on to the ball, but they're not going to be a team to throw, 20, 30-yard passes and get back in it and get out of bounds and stop the clock. They're going to have to rely on breaking a big run, and Kannapolis knows that too.
So the advantage would maybe go to the Wonder defense. Bruce Hart not too happy with that kickoff. I think they wanted to get it past that initial line, and they just accidentally ticked off one of the legs of the first wave up there. So they wanted another maybe 10, 15 yards downfield, kind of get it in that no man's land there.
And Coach Arden is right. Now you've given them, like you say, an extra 15, 20 yards here and made their job a little easier. One touchdown here, and they're back in it, but they still are on the odd numbers. They've got to have a 2-point conversion somewhere.
Here we go on the end around. This will be number 9 at Gaither, and Jeremy Cook got a hold of him. Isaac Tyndall grabs on, and Gene Rivers, and it looks like Chris Reeder over there to finish it off. I thought Isaac was going to put a bridle on him and ride him there for a minute.
Well, Jeremy Cook had a hold of him too, and he was laying there holding his hand like maybe he bent his wrist back or something like that on the tackle.
Well, Cook is going to come off the field holding that, looks like the right wrist. So the trainer will check that out. Hope that's nothing serious. Maybe just a sprain. Or somebody bent a finger back the wrong way.
And a long time to get the play in to get it off. As they come up, they're going to have less than 10 seconds to get the play off now.
As we go inside 5.5 minutes to go in the contest.
This is going to be close.
4 seconds, 3. They got it off just in time, and they'll tuck it into the gut of Jones, who reverses his field, cuts down the sidelines, and dives out of bounds. They'll have the first down inside the Wonder 40-yard line.
And Gene Rivers over there on the far side, Randy, dove and got an arm on him just enough to get him leaning toward the sidelines, or he may have been gone again.
What did they say? You can't stop him. You just hope to contain him.
Yeah, well, they've contained him pretty well tonight, except for one big play.
Well, he had 92 yards in the first half, and that was 13 on that run, so he's getting on up there as far as, now we know how easy he can have 3,200 yards in 2 years. 1,400 this year.
Oh, he fell.
Now the ball is loose, and boy, I tell you, kind bounce. McHenry just happened to be in the right place, and may have knocked Cam out there. He fell on the football.
Yeah, the key that disrupted that play was Jones slipped as he was trying to get up to make the exchange there with. Take a look at it again. You'll see him slip here as Stevenson starts to come back. Right as the snap comes, his feet come out from under him. You can't quite see him, but he slipped. See, right there, you saw him, and that messed the whole play up. The timing was off from that point on.
Back to the 43, 42-yard line. 2nd and 13 now. Stevenson rolls, play fake. Rivers punches him out of the pocket, being chased, and he'll pump it upfield. Got a receiver. That's Stroud down the sidelines. They'll have the first down, out of bounds inside the Wonder 25-yard line. Good play on both ends. Check it. That is Scott Revis who made the catch. Number 12.
No, Revis made the tackle.
Oh, the tackle. I'm
It was
sorry.
12 tackling 12.
Okay. We got our 12s right.
Yeah.
But a nice play by Kerry Stevenson, the quarterback.
Look at it here. You'll see good penetration again by Rivers. Teal is there. He wants to throw it here, but there's another Wonder in front of him. I think that was Quintaris Brown. And right there, Revis rides him out.
Like dodging pinballs out there, wasn't he?
A good heady play, though, by Stevenson.
At the 23-yard line of Kannapolis. Back to pass once again is Stevenson being forced again. Reeder giving chase. He'll throw deep, and that one will be in the pluses.
Yeah, he was just throwing that one away. He didn't have anything right there and was getting some heat. Finally, James Williams broke through, Reeder broke through, and he just needed to get rid of it. He didn't have anything there, and no sense taking a big loss when you're this close. They've got to have points, and we're close to 4 minutes.
That will stop the clock, as you said. 4:11 officially to go in the 4th period. And about time for a Wonder pick, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
You're living a little dangerously back there. Stevenson not able to just drop back and set up. Well, he has target. He's being forced.
He had some pretty good time initially on that play, but credit the Wonder secondary. They did a good job coverage down the field and forced him to wait longer than he wanted.
They'll split the backs this time. The blocking backs it is, and Jones looking, and what a field. A.J. Lott, another. He's doing it both ways tonight, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
And he showed you how to make a tackle on a good running back in the open field.
Yeah, Kannapolis did a good job, though, of beating some blocks. A couple of guys beat blocks. A.J. got all the way through, but a couple of others were right there had he not.
A loss. Back to the 25, 26-yard line. Now it's probably throwing situation.
The tomahawk chop? You got to be kidding me.
Well, Wonder pom-pom chop.
Oh, okay.
3rd and 13. Pressure coming. The sack is coming.
Joey Teal.
Joy was like a freight train coming through there.
It looked like Stevenson thought he had more time than he did, and Joey, as the coaches teach you, never stop. He just ran right through the man and put him down. You don't go for that ball fake. Watch here. He thinks he's got more time, and Teal just doesn't go for any kind of fakes or any kind of pumps. He just runs right on through it.
Stevenson lucky he held onto the football because that ball was holding out there like a loaf of bread. So the Raiders going to be forced to call a timeout. 3:03 left in the fourth period. Wonders up by 15. Doing our favorite of all-time band songs as we were going to the break there. And they were rocking and rolling, weren't they?
The whole Kannapolis side is rocking and rolling over here right now. Just when it looked like the offense was going to be the big story, the defense starts to come through big for the Wonders now.
Well, final gasp here, 4th and 31. Stevenson throwing it as far as he can. Going deep, and A.J. Lott has the interception. It will be at the 1-2-yard line. I thought his momentum may have carried him into the end zone, but he wrapped up.
A.J. may have been better served there just to let that one go, but of course you can't look down and see what yard line you're on.
Lott says, I'm okay. He may have thought he twisted an ankle there, but they're going to say his forward, he had possession at the 2, but I thought that would have come out, but they got the football. Now you got to be careful here because if you're Sean Allen, you know they're going to be stripping and fighting and clawing and poking and jabbing.
Right, no razzle-dazzle here, just straight ahead football and keep the clock ticking. Try to get a little room for Isaac Tyndall and hope somebody misses a tackle and you can get a first down, and then that will be that.
Tron Brown is the tailback out of the I formation. It will be Brown. Flags are down. And so is Brown. If that's a legal procedure, you can't penalize him, but about 1 yard. Illegal shift against the Wonders, so that'll be half the distance, moving back to the 1 yard line. 2 minutes, 34 seconds left to go. Wonders if they can hang on. We'll go into round number 2 next week on the road, most likely at High Point Central, which finished the regular season in the AP polls, ranked undefeated, #1 in the state.
Now they're taking on Monroe this week, and interesting to note that the Red Hawks of Monroe come into the playoffs with a record of 4-6. Concord at 9-1 stays home, and that's just the shifting of which conference gets the most playoff spots.
Wonders trying to get it out of the backfield, and that might be close to a safety. The whistle blew before Brown got out of the end zone. Where are they going to mark the progress? Timeout going to be called, though.
None of the officials signaling a safety.
So North Iredell will burn another timeout, I believe. Yep. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the ball game. Wonders on top, 28-13. We'll be back in just a minute.
Let's get to the point.
It's an uphill climb, isn't it? And
yeah, but the clock is their biggest concern right now.
Allen just trying to punch it out. Got little or nothing that time.
Looked like number 70, Matt Cass, on the tackle that time.
As the Raiders of North Iredell are out of timeouts and are slowly running out of minutes here.
They just burned their last one.
We will keep it here with 2:09 left in the contest. So Kannapolis has been a team of many weapons tonight, Woody, with Sean Allen. He's had a tremendous game at quarterback tonight.
Yeah, he really has. He's done all you can do from the quarterback spot tonight. He's called some good plays, called his own number a couple of times, been real sharp with his passes, and just been a leader on the field for this Kannapolis team. And Coach Harden told us about his coolness under pressure, and he's showing it to us tonight.
He's got 77 yards rushing, and in the passing department, he was 4 of 6 in the first half.
He was over 100 yards in the first half passing.
And he is now...
he's 1 out of 3 in the second half.
Yeah, but 2 out of 3.
Okay.
But they were big ones.
Yeah.
Here comes the...
doesn't look like anybody's gone home, does it? No.
The Seminole chant. I got the Wonder chant. There you see the 1989. Boy, that was a year to remember. The Mike Hortons, the Maurice Blakeney. Man, I tell you, what a year that was, the state championship collegiate year.
Now look here, Randy, 4th and 9, they're going to go here, and you talked about something during the break, maybe go for a safety, kick the ball away, you get a free kick, and that may be what they do.
Either that or try to draw them off sides here with a long count. Nope.
He's going to take the safety, yep.
Oh,
Hey!
that should be a late hit. That should be a late hit. The whistle blew simultaneously.
Well, Sean went back and took a knee.
Yeah, well, maybe the play was dead, but that could be a dead ball.
Right,
They should have threw
exactly.
a flag.
And that's what Sean is saying as he gets up there.
So give the safety to Northern Iredell, and that will make the score 28-15. But the Wonders will get the kick off at their own 20-yard line. And turn it over to the defense with 1:54 left in the contest. No flag, though.
And now it's going to have to be go for broke on almost every play. Well, on every play, because the Raiders, as you said, no timeouts left, and they've got to have 2 touchdowns. Of course, now that takes care of the blocked extra point, but they still need the 2 touchdowns.
I'll tell you one thing, if you're Lee Early or Gene Rivers or James Williams, all these guys on the defensive front, man, you got to be licking your chops now, because you know number 5 is going to be running around the backfield trying to buy some time to throw that football up. But you got some good guys back there in the secondary coverage, so you got to have confidence there. So it's what do you always say? Pin the ears back.
Pin the ears back and come hard. That's all you can do. You're going to have Early and Reeder and Williams, Teal, all those guys just going for broke hard as they can. And you saw Bruce Harden a minute ago trying to make sure his team doesn't have a letdown right here. He knows the game's not over yet. Stranger things have happened. 2:04 still on the clock. It takes a touchdown, the onside kick, and another quick score. And we've seen the long playability on the ground as he tries to get the team to stay on the ball. A little bit of trouble there with that. He wants to make sure everything is exactly right for this kick. But we've seen stranger things happen.
It will be Plessy, who is their place kicker, instead of Sheets, kicking this one off. Or checking it, it's 19. Josh Davoff. Okay, he must be their. He's their other kicker. Boy, they got some toes on this team.
He's their free kick kicker.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe the pooch kick there. Down at about the 39-yard line, coming back with a football will be Andre James, and he'll be leveled at about the 45-yard line. So not over by any means. A quick one here, the onside kick. And as you said, we have seen a lot of strange things in the years that we've covered football here on Metro 12.
But the key, no timeouts for North Iredell.
And the clock will run.
Right. They might get the 1 score because the Wonders are going to go with a lot of defensive backs here and play them deep to try and make the clock go away. It's already rolling again. The key is not so much getting the 1 score, but getting the ball back and getting another one might be too big of a mountain.
Gary Stevenson will split the backs this time. He's got 3 receivers in the pattern. Looking deep. And this one overthrown.
And you saw a smart thing there. Isaac Tyndall saw the ball all the way, didn't try to do anything to bump anybody or jump out there and do anything wild at the end of the game, just kind of watched it all the way to the ground.
Mike Stroud was the closest target there for Stevenson downfield. There you see Coach Love saying, well, what else can you do? Let's throw the football, son. I wonder if they were trying to get Carl Jones out of the backfield. A little swing pass, or maybe set up a screen pass for him, get him one-on-one out there.
Might be an option.
Looking. Well,
There it is.
Reeder missed him. Another guy missed him, and here's Jones. Yeah, a couple of Rivers missed him, but Rivers didn't. Got him in the open field.
And how many great open field tackles has that guy made tonight? I can think of at least 3 or 4 right now.
About to run out of fingers. I'm going to tell you. Ain't held that high. 41-yard line at Kannapolis. Clock running, showing exactly 1 minute to go in the contest. Kannapolis appears headed to not make an early exit in the playoffs to go on to round 2 next week. On 3rd and 7, Stevenson rolling around and will go deep, throwing it as far as he can to the end zone. Touchdown! And a flag is down, and that could offensive pass interference because J.R. Davison appeared to have pushed off.
I think he did. Right as the ball was in the air, he gave a little shove to get some separation between himself and the defender. And the official was 20 yards up the field.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, he got the ball, but now we'll see. That's right. That's the call.
So they gave the touchdown, bring it back, and they will say a break for Kannapolis, but there's no way to call the football had he not pushed off.
Yeah, now everybody in the stadium held their breath for a few seconds there to wait and see what the call was going to be.
Oh, that would have been interesting. 38 seconds to go. They'd have got within, well, if they'd have went for two, well, it would have been a 6-point game if they just went for one. So,
yeah, and a good arm that time displayed by Stevenson. He threw that thing, what, 45, 50 yards in the air on the run.
Yeah.
Another flag?
I didn't see that one.
Okay. Now they are. Well, they got ineligible man downfield. Was that the other call?
They're going to penalize him. I thought they'd get a penalty for this. They were getting ready to run the play. I said, original line of scrimmage? No way.
Yeah.
This is a slow death. Look at him marking this football one step at a time, the old-fashioned way.
Step by step, inch by inch.
Don Kites, the referee, making the call and moving all the way back to the 44-yard line of North Iredell. They got 4 guys split wide, and everybody's going deep. Now they're waiting to get the chain straightened out here across the far way. Well, this is a break for North Iredell because it gives them a chance to kind of regroup here.
Especially for those receivers, Randy, who the only play you can call is, okay, go deep. And they've done that, what, 4 or 5 times in a row.
Now they run about a half a mile here in this series.
And you hear it there over the PA. Looks like High Point Central going to be the opponent for the Wonders.
So we will pay a visit next week up to A.J. Simeon Stadium. Fine facility to do a football game. Wonders have been there many times. Back in the 4A days where they played Andrews and Central. I think High Point Central was a non-conference game back then. And we saw a game down here one year back when I was doing some radio games where Kannapolis kicked a field goal in the closing seconds of the game and won it by 1 or 2 points. I mean, it was incredible. Well, they have,
Gosh, what a penalty.
why don't you just go ahead and put them on the bus? They moved this thing back a long way.
They must have gotten another one for unsportsmanlike, Ron Moon says now. 4th and 36.
Here's Jones. And finally gets out across the 35, 38-yard line. As the clock will stop, and I'm not sure why.
Well, change of possession, 4th and 36.
Right. Okay, thank you for keeping up with me there.
Come on, send money. Yeah. The Wonders are going to have to come in and fall on it one time, and that'll be your game.
Kannapolis will advance next week to take on High Point Central.
High Point 21.
And High Point, and that if they hold up, then that will be. Of course, they beat a number one team in the state up in that same stadium last year in the first round of the playoffs.
Yep.
And don't say they can't do it.
No, I'm not picking against them anymore. Every time I pick against Kannapolis, they prove me wrong, so I'm not doing that anymore.
There's been 3 or 4 games they weren't supposed to win this year, right?
Yep.
Allen down to one knee, and that'll be it. The A. Brown Wonders with a fine overall effort tonight, winning the ball game 28-15. We'll be back to talk to head coach Bruce Hart and have more post-game comments after you watch this.
Bruce Harding, I tell you what, Bruce, what an outstanding ball game. Got to take my hat off to you on them 3rd down calls.
It really was. I thought Sean did a good job. Just a lot of times they would be in the right place, but he would turn and really make things happen. So when you have a quarterback that caliber and kids that just are relentless in what they do, good things will happen to you sometimes.
I tell you, you never want to be in a position where you're, first down, second down, and all night long it was third and long, all night long that you came through.
We just, we hurt ourselves in our communication. Sometimes we just didn't play very smart, but I tell you what, the effort was there, and we outplayed them, so it's a great victory. The first ball game, I don't care who you play, it's a tough opponent because they're motivated and the adrenaline's flowing on both sides of the football, so it's always one of the toughest games in the playoffs.
That's another step on your ladder. I know you got that ladder up there in the dressing room, and I know you've got it painted.
We sure do. We'll take it to the art class Monday morning, and they'll paint it for us and have another name on it and another step. So it's just effort with these kids. They just keep coming back, and we're awful proud of them as coaches.
We're just got to go back to late in the first half. I think it was just several seconds on the clock. It looked like a busted play. Sean, it was. I know it wasn't by design, but you might put that one in your playbooks.
Yeah, that's true. He just, what we tried to do, they just shut it down. We were trying to throw the screen to the halfback, and they shut it down. And he read it to make sure he didn't make a mistake, and then he just tried to make something happen. And as he got outside, he saw A.J. there, just popped it to him. And he made a great catch. So.
And in the first score, I know Sean took it up the middle. Nobody touched him. If it had been 100 yards in front of him, he'd have won 100 yards. That had to be. What did you see there?
Well, he has that option, and that's something that the line coach works with him, and he sees in practice, and he knows that any time he feels like he can get it, he just kind of leans with his hand on the center buttocks there, I guess, and he just takes off. So he reads that well. So that's his option, and if he gets it, fine. If he doesn't, then there's no criticism there.
A couple times a night, and I'm not picking on the guy, but a couple times the referee come over and talk to you, center, about moving the ball. What was that all about?
Yeah, I think what Michael does when we swing the gate over there, he's just over the ball too long, and he's trying to get comfortable, and he just moves it. And I think sometimes he's just in a position where he's not comfortable in that moving it, and that's illegal procedure. So he had warned him, so he called it on us. They're very strict on things like that.
Congratulations on a big win tonight. I know you've heard by now you'll be going to High Point Central next week. Any thoughts about that?
Well, that's a nice place to play. It's a beautiful stadium and not a bad trip, and I hope it's kind of deja vu for us from last year. So I hope so. We played well up there, and I'm just happy the kids deserve it the way they've played, and they've really created just a terrific football team, and I know they'll keep working hard this week.
Bruce, I know they will. I know you're a creature of habit. I'll look for an umbrella to bring down here. I don't think I've talked to you all year without an umbrella in my hand.
I know. I thought about putting the sprinklers on this morning, at least to get the frost off. So just for about 2 minutes. But it was a good atmosphere for football tonight.
Bruce, again, congratulations on a great win, and we will be with you at High Point next week.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, guys, back to you.
Take a look at those final stats now. North Iredell, 150 on the ground, and that's the key there. They depend on a huge rushing night. 46 through the air, 196 total, only 7 first downs, 5 of 12 passing. A lot of that came at the end of the game. 2 turnovers, and both of those were pretty big. 5 penalties for 55 yards and 4 punts for the Raiders. As we look at the Wonders, look at that, 223 on the ground. That's tremendous. A great night again for Sean Allen. Coach Harden gave him the appropriate praise there. 176 through the air, 399 total, 14 first downs. Sean Allen, 6 out of 9 in the air, 2 turnovers for the Wonders, 5 penalties for 55 yards, and only 1 punt.
Man, oh man, I take 400 yards of offense every week.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you will join us Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, another edition of our playoff headliners. For Woody King, Steve Gant, Ron